Hello and welcome to FIXnotes. My name is Robert Heitha, and it's my job every episode to bring you everything that I know about the secondary mortgage market. Today's episode is a good one because we are sharing a brand new way to earn passive income online using the Mortgage Note Mastermind affiliate program. We're paying 30% recurring revenue for new referrals that you bring into the group as long as they stay members. We're going to get into that and so much more in just a minute. Let's do it. All right, episode number 62. We're going to start out with this month's recap. Then we're going to get into the next month agenda, all the videos we post every single Wednesday. Then we're going to talk that affiliate program income opportunity, followed by the market and the mastermind group. All right, so let's start right off with the recap on this past month's content. Every single Wednesday, we put a new video out. This month, we started with a simple fix to avoid a lawsuit. This was an in-depth exploration into using the mini Miranda to protect yourself, including a little caveat in the mini Miranda that you need to understand before you put that disclaimer in your emails and your outbound correspondence. Next, we talked about a non-performing senior lien that was resolved through a modification agreement. That was case study number 109. And then finally, we talked about AI. Now, our Mortgage Note Mastermind members, we had a big meeting on this way back when ChatGPT even 3 was first announced. And now we've expanded upon that and shared it with the rest of the YouTube community here. All right, so next month, what are we talking about? Well, we're going through the 6 different exits for non-performing loans, including sales, modification and structured settlements, discounted payoffs and full payoffs, structured settlements, short sales, cash for keys, foreclosure, a bunch of different options that you can resolve non-performing loans through. Then we're talking junior liens that were resolved through a full payoff. This is a non-performing loan case study number 110. And finally, we're going to talk about what to expect when you buy a loan, the step-by-step process when you first acquire a loan. Oh, and then one more, because there's another Wednesday in November, and that will be talking about loan servicers and why I find it necessary to hire a loan servicer to manage your portfolio. All right, so finally, we do have our mastermind members only call coming November 1st. That's the first Wednesday of every month at 4 p.m. And we're going to be talking with 2 of our Mortgage Note Mastermind members from advanced strategies, case studies, and all sorts of great content to take your note business to the next level if you're a member of the mastermind group. All right, so let's talk about that affiliate program after we get into the assets for sale here. Now, the current Mortgage Note Mastermind offering is released and the bids are due today. It's 46 non-performing loans, both first and second position, and there is no minimum. So you can cherry pick a single asset off this list or make bids on all of the loans. It's a great opportunity because half of this portfolio is sub 9,000 UPB loans. That means that these loans are going to be picked up for just a couple grand. One of the loans is less than $1,000 UPB. That means just a couple $100 could get you into the mortgage note space. Now, that's not going to be a huge payoff since they only owe about $750. The borrower in this case could definitely create a lot of stories and experience and track record for you if you were to buy that loan and work out a deal. Even if you're not able to work out a deal, the losses aren't too bad on that, and you'll learn valuable lessons for when you start acquiring larger balanced loans. And that's part of the Mortgage Note Mastermind, where we have this entire aggregated trade desk. This is a classified ads of mortgage note opportunities across the industry, including deals that I put out for my clients like US Mortgage Resolution, and other members can list their assets here and transact with no additional fees. So speaking of the Mortgage Note Mastermind here, let's talk about what that entails. The Mortgage Note Mastermind is the best network in the secondary mortgage market. We include courses like the masterclass on 90-day note investor to accelerate your experience in the business if you're just getting started, our sourcing secrets masterclass to find new deal flow, our bulk due diligence class to give you the opportunity to look over my shoulder as I analyze a large portfolio of bank direct mortgage notes. Then we've got our new masterclass series. We've got 2 new series here. One is the Mortgage Note Matchmaker, which combines the secrets to sourcing with finding buyers of assets, combining that together to create your own loan sale advisory to start earning transaction fees. And then we've got another one that's kind of a light version of that is available, pay what you want at FIXnotes.com/find-fund-flip. And this is our only a la carte course. This is the only masterclass course that we're offering outside of the Mortgage Note Mastermind group. All those other courses, they're included in the mastermind you need to join to get access. this one, you can get access for a pay what you want price. So go over to fixnotes.com/find-fund-flip to get access to that course. All right, so let's talk about the affiliate program, because this is what I'm really excited about. And I think what I need to do here is pop over to FIXnotes.com/affiliates. So this is the page where you'll get all of the terms and conditions of our new affiliate program, as well as a link to register. So FIXnotes.com/affiliates, and you can see that we are paying 20% per month on all referred active member payments. So if you bring in a new affiliate or a new member to the Mortgage Note Mastermind group, that referral will then start paying you every single month. Now, there is a caveat here, because we offer a 90-day money-back guarantee to our Mortgage Note Mastermind members. So you don't start getting your payout until day 91, when the new member has stuck through the first 3 months. But you'll get all 3 months of those initial payments on that 91st day. Also, we've got a tiered system to increase your payouts. It's 20% per month to start, but once you get up to 2, or 3 rather, you get your first 2 active referred members in, it goes to 25% for your 3rd through 9th active referred members. And then finally, if you have 10 or more active referrals that are part of the Mortgage Note Mastermind going forward, you get 30% per month, every single month, on all 10 of those members and anyone else you bring into the group. So the way this works is pretty simple. You get your link in the dashboard here. An affiliate link is essentially just a unique code at the end of any URL that goes to the FIXnotes.com website. In my case, I'm affiliate number 1, but you'll have your own unique number at the end of this URL. You copy that link. This goes right to the Mortgage Note Mastermind sales page, but get creative with it, because you can share any page on the FIXnotes website. For example, you could just share the free course. If you put your affiliate link, the AFF/your number, at the end of this URL, then anyone who goes to our free course, you're just sharing value with your network, they will be then given credit to you in your dashboard. So you'll see everybody who visits using your links, and then you'll see your payouts and commissions as well, all tracked on this dashboard. So we're really excited. We're going to launch a leaderboard soon to show our top affiliates and gamify it a little bit to show how we can expand our network. Because the more people that join the Mortgage Note Mastermind, the more of a network effect we have, the more deal flow is happening in the group, the more content is being shared, the more education that we can all benefit from. So this affiliate program is a win-win for everyone. It creates a new stream of passive income for you. At the current monthly price, it's $250 to join the Mortgage Note Mastermind. That's a $50 commission at the 20%, or a $75 per month commission if you get up to that 30% tier. So if you bring in 10 new members and we don't increase the price by $10 for every 3 new members that join the mastermind group, then that would be $750 per month just for bringing in 10 members into the Mortgage Note Mastermind group. But as you know, because we do increase the price with every new 3 new members that join, we have a sticky program. People love to join the Mortgage Note Mastermind, and they stick around because the price continues to increase for new members. We've got all those members only recordings. We do a Zoom call twice a month 2 sessions once a month for all of our Mortgage Note Mastermind members. So you can get all of those previous sessions recorded, as well as access to all the future sessions. And there's just so much more that you can join and learn from in the Mortgage Note Mastermind. So we flew through that, but we want to get to the case study now, because we're talking the rubber to the road here. What happens when you actually buy a non-performing loan, a second position loan secured by a single family residential property in this case, that is resolved with a discounted payoff? This is a small deal. We paid off this loan. The borrower paid off the loan for $1,500. So if you're just getting started, this is a great opportunity to learn the industry on a small level and then scale that up, because in this business, the things you learn on a small deal like this will translate 10x. This could have been a $15,000 or $150,000 payoff. It just depends on the size of the numbers. The value of the property is the first thing we look at. That's the fair market value of the home. In this case, $155,000 property. We did not know the senior lien balance in this case. It was a second behind an unknown first mortgage, which means we don't know how much equity. But we do know the UPB on this deal was just $1,900, $1,932 unpaid principal balance, which means it's a pretty small deal, and we have some idea that they're going to get some workout done here because they want to keep the property. It seems we just don't know what's going on with the senior lien. So we picked up this loan for 50 cents on the dollar, 52% of the UPB, which is about $1,000 on the deal. Now, what happened in this case? The borrower on this particular mortgage note Well, let's go into the three questions. What happened? Where are you now? And what do you want to do? Those are the three questions that frame every borrower conversation we have, because it gives us the opportunity to help the borrower get to the next step to get a resolution completed. So when we understand these three questions, we understand how we can create a workout that fits their needs. All right, what happened? In this case, the borrower was defaulted on the loan and left his career for retirement. So at that point, he had a reduction in his income and he was no longer able to pay both of his mortgages. Now he's on a fixed income at this point through Social Security, and his savings were available to pay the debts at this point, but he was living in the subject property and he did want to stay. Now, as we knew in the beginning, we have kind of a mystery on the senior lien, but we learned that the senior lien was in default. It was not being paid, but it was being addressed with a reinstatement, and the borrower was going to start making regular monthly payments again for their first mortgage. So they actually responded to us through our initial letter. We include a link to our URL. In this case, it was my client US Mortgage Resolution. And there's a web form on the USMR website where they were able to complete a little bit of information to give us an idea of what they wanted to do. And in this case, they made a settlement offer. They wanted to do a discounted payoff using their savings to just clear this lien from the title to the home. So they have funds available immediately, which is great news and does give us a little bit more assurance and a little bit more flexibility around negotiations. If they were telling us they couldn't make that payoff for 90 days, we might not have offered any discounted settlement. But in this case, we came to an agreement to get a $1,500 discounted payoff to release the lien from the property title. So when you're looking at these small dollars here, this isn't a huge win. It was, less than $500 of profit on the deal. But because we're able to turn a deal like this around quickly, using a web form to automate that process a bit, to streamline the resolution, we were able to accept that payoff and still get a decent return to be able to recoup these proceeds and buy more mortgage notes. It did take a year. Actually didn't review that part. I thought this one would have been a lot quicker, and it did cost us $330. So at the end of the day, this was a tiny profit. We're not going to incorporate any of those initial expenses into our IRR, you'll see in a minute, but we'll have to calculate that for you to show you exactly what we returned, even though it's small dollars. A couple takeaways here. Make it as easy as possible for borrowers to respond to your outbound communication in the medium that they are most comfortable with. I've had borrowers who only want to communicate through the snail mail, letters, back and forth. It takes a long time, and that's just their preferred method. They might not even have a computer at home. But others that have email, that's normally where I'll push them towards, because we can communicate a lot quicker. We can send documents. If they're able to e-sign documents as well, we can get deals done a lot quicker. Phone is great, of course, as well, if they're comfortable talking on the phone. And the web form in this case was a great opportunity to streamline the process. And here's another takeaway. With other assets in your portfolio to manage and deal flow that's got more product coming in, you don't need to squeeze every penny out of every deal. And it can be sometimes unnecessary and lead to lower returns. If you're pushing for more, this deal could have taken another 6 months just to squeeze those extra dollars. So you need to balance risk versus reward and efficiency, as well as your resources. Filing for foreclosure, for example, on this deal would have added expenses that the borrower would end up paying in their reinstatement or their payoff before the foreclosure sale happened, but would have taken more time and essentially just be paying us back for the money that we spent on an attorney in the first place. So to give the borrower a small savings on this, to get that proceeds in right away, was a great opportunity. So let's look at the internal rate of return. Hopefully I did calculate it on this. Yes, 41% return. Now I'm going to do a little bit of math here to see if that was even accurate, because I think that I did not add the $330 of expenses. So just to give you a high level on the internal rate of return here, we're going to take the $1,500 payoff minus the $1,062 NPL cost, and then we're actually going to add the $330 to that. So that would be $1,392 of expenses. And we're going to then take that net profit to turn into a ROI by dividing by the 1392. So that's a 7.7% return, and that is more accurate in this case. So the internal rate of return on this deal is actually easy to calculate, because the denominator of your IRR is the time it takes to get a deal done. And we express that in an annualized basis. So if it's 12 months, that's 1 year. Your denominator is 1. And in this case, incorporating the expenses as well, that was only a 7.7% internal rate of return. And this offers another takeaway that I'm kind of just winging here because I think it's really important to understand. Your internal rate of return is more important than your ROI. It just so happens in this deal that they're the same because it took exactly 1 year to get the deal done. But if you were able to do this deal in half the time, then you'd be taking that 7.7% return with 50% on the denominator, 0.5, and it's all of a sudden a 15.4% internal rate of return. If we did this in 3 months, just a quarter of a year, that'd be a 30% return. And you can see where I'm going with this because when we did calculate the $330 of expenses into this internal rate of return, it's actually 41% on an annual basis. So it's important to make sure you look at those numbers, and this was a little bit of a cautionary tale so that you can understand to incorporate all of both the time, the expenses, and the overall holistic picture when you're looking into both pricing non-performing mortgage notes so you know what to expect when a deal pays off, but then also when you're looking back at your historical performance so you make sure you don't miss anything here like I did when I prepared this presentation. All right, so that's it for today's case study. Thank you so much for sticking with me on that. Hopefully you learned something new. And as always, I want to pitch our website, FIXnotes.com, where you can get our How to Invest in Mortgage Notes course free. You can see our blog where we have a bunch of news and information on the industry. And then we have limited mortgage note inventory. You can actually see the masked data tape, which means the redacted data tape of the current opportunity available on the website now. So you can get an idea of what type of loans we have available for sale. Once you go to FIXnotes.com/MNM for Mortgage Note Mastermind, you can see all of the offering that we have for you when you join the group. It's currently less than $990 per month, but that is the price when this program has reached its maturity. It will be very much more expensive, but for now it's actually only $250 per month. We have 1 seat remaining unless it filled before I got on the call here, and that last seat will then increase the price for new members to $260 per month. Another perk of the Mortgage Note Mastermind is 50% off consulting, so you can get on a call with me one-on-one via Zoom to talk through your current position in the note space and how I can take you to the next level. All right, so that's it. Go to FIXnotes.com/MNM or just mortgagenote-mastermind.com. And then once you're a member, go to podio.com/FIXnotes/mastermind so that you can get access to all of the resources, the tools, the templates, the call recordings, the deal flow, everything that we have for offer in the Mortgage Note Mastermind. And that is it from FIXnotes. Be the bank. Thank you so much for joining me, and tune in last Wednesday of the month to go over the industry, to talk about tech tips, vendor reviews, assets for sale, case studies, giveaways, and so much more on Be the Bank last Wednesday of the month. All right, everybody, have a good one.